You are now watching Shadow DTV, the home of everything Pokemon. It's time to play. Hey everyone, welcome to Shadow DTV. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 8 decks currently in the Pokemon TCG meta. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon TCG content. Also leave a comment down below of what you think next week's top 3 decks will be. So we go through 8 decks each week, but I want to know what you think the top 3 will be. First comment to get it correct will win some Pokemon TCG codes. Also in the video, with all of my videos, there will be a hidden Brilliant Stars code. So make sure you watch till the end, as only one person can use that code. Make sure you find it. Alright, let's get into the top 8 decks for this week. Coming in at number 8, guys, is Arceus Gengar VMAX. Now, we've seen plenty of Gengar VMAX in the meta. This is kind of the first time we've seen it heavily used with Arceus V-Star. We've got the Bibarel in there as well for the draw power. And you know, Arceus V-Star with that Starbirth ability lets you get the cards you need, those pieces. And also that Trinity Nova can fully charge up a Gengar VMAX. Gengar VMAX is hitting Mew VMAX for weakness at the moment. You know, that's such a strong matchup. So Gengar being able to counter that with ease is very, very cool. We've got the Tool Scrapper in there, which is great for getting rid of those choice belts, those big charms that a lot of people are playing at the moment. Other than that, the list is pretty standard. Those 2 Collapse Stadium in there, that can be used to slow down an Inteleon engine, or if you have a full bench, you can play that Collapse Stadium to remove a damaged Gengar VMAX. All in all, great list. I mean, it won a regional, so you know it's a good list. That is 2 Hyper Potion as well. Really great for healing off damage on the Arceus V-Star and the Gengar VMAX. Touch a double Turbo Energy, play the Hyper Potion, and you're healing up. You know, getting those numbers so that you can't be knocked out next turn. Coming in at number 7 is Arceus Duraludon. Now, as you guys might know, this is my probably my favorite deck at the moment. Pretty standard list. The only few spicy techs I've got in there is Sharon's Care to heal that Arceus V-Star. Got the Galarian Zapdos in there. Just testing that out at the moment to hit for weakness on those Arceus mirror matches. You can change that out for, you know, another Marnie or another Pokegear if you don't like it. I'm also running a Path to the Peak as one of my stadiums. Get your Arceus V-Star Starbirth ability off. Play that Path to the Peak to lock your opponent's Starbirth. I find it really strong as some of the Arceus V-Star matchups only run Path to the Peak. So if you can drop that path, you can just lock them out from using that ability. Really strong. And of course, Duraludon VMAX with that G-Max Pulverization, hitting for 220. And can be powered up by Arceus V-Star. Coming in at number 6 is Suicune Ludicolo. This was the number 2 placed list at the Salt Lake City Regionals. It was really well piloted. We've got 4 Cross Switcher is one of the spicy techs. This is allowing you to play a Melanie and also play those cross switches to essentially boss's orders your opponent. You do need to play 2 of them at the same time to activate it. So that's the only downside, but I mean, it's pretty strong being able to essentially use 2 supporters in a turn. Cape of Toughness in there for some extra HP. The Echoing Horn to get those knockouts when needed. Running the Inteleon engine as most decks are. Suicune V can hit for some massive damage with full benches. Playing that Ludicolo in a turn and hitting with that Suicune V for massive damage can one-shot pretty much almost every VMAX at the moment. Especially with that choice belt. So very good list. Finished second Salt Lake City Regionals. I'm going to be making a video of this deck list real soon, so make sure you check that out. Coming in at number 5 is Jolteon VMAX. Now, Jolteon's fallen out of favor recently, but you know, it's back in a big way. People thought this deck would disappear because people would be running Manaphy, stopping that bench damage, but we haven't seen much Manaphy yet, if any really. So Jolteon had a great outing at the Salt Lake City Regionals as well. You know, Jolteon VMAX hits for 100 of the active and then 100 on the bench. You've got the Inteleon engine as most decks run at the moment. That Elemental Badge allows you to attack for only 1 energy. Very, very strong. And of course, Cheryl is being run. Heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon if you do discard all energy from that Pokemon, which isn't too much of an issue because you're only attaching that 1 energy. I think this is a pretty strong deck at the moment. It is a meta choice. Depends on the meta and what people are playing. Coming in at number 4 is the Arceus Birds. Some people call this Arceus Toolbox. I just call it the birds or legendary birds. You got the Zapdos in there, the Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Moltres V, and the Baby Moltres. That Baby Moltres in there for the counter. You know, when opponents taking your prizes, you can hit for some good damage for that single prize attacker. Really strong. And of course, you can charge up all of them with Arceus V-Star. I mean, right now, you're just throwing Arceus V-Star in with pretty much any V or VMAX Pokemon, and you can pretty much power it up in one turn. Super strong. You're running Clara and Raihan for those counter attacks. And of course, the Inteleon engine. This list is changing a little bit here and there, but all in all, I think pretty solid list. And I like the Cape of Toughness as well being thrown in there. Coming in at number 3, we have the good old Gengar VMAX. This is the list not running Arceus and instead running Houndoom. I think both lists are quite strong. I like that people are playing around with the Arceus V-Star. But all in all, Gengar VMAX is hitting for weakness on those Mew matchups. So it's quite strong in the current meta. You've got that Stonjourner in there to hit for weakness on these Arceus decks. So all in all, it's a pretty strong deck list to counter the meta. Coming in at number 2 is Arceus Inteleon. This is using Arceus V-Star as your main attacker and using the Inteleon engine to get the cards and pieces that you need. And of course, you've got that Starbirth ability to get those pieces as well. You're running Sharon's Care to heal up the Arceus V-Star. This list is running Sydney. That's great in the Mew matchup. You can play that Sydney and discard some of their Fusion Strike Energy or Double Turbo, which can really slow them down. Of course, you can use it in any other matchup as well. Pretty cool list here. Path to the Peak. Again, get your Starbirth ability off. You maybe play your Crobat V, drop the Path to the Peak to lock out your opponent from using their abilities. And of course, you got that Power Pad to shuffle some supporters back when needed, especially that Sharon's Care. And then coming in at number 1, of course, the one and only Mew VMAX. Didn't win Salt Lake City Regionals. The top 8 didn't have any Mew VMAX in it, but of course, it's still winning games, it's still winning tournaments, online tournaments, locals, it's killing it. It is being heavily counted at the moment, but even in those matchups, it can still get wins, which is just insane. I guess there's no real hard counter except for Gengar VMAX, and even then, it doesn't win every game. Pretty standard list, got the Oricorio in there. This one's running no basic energies, which seems to be the theme at the moment. We'll see if that changes as time goes on. Got that Echoing Horn in there, which is really great for closing out games. If there's a big VMAX on the board, drop that Echoing Horn. Great in the Duraludon matchup, which is falling out of favor now, I think, due to that. You got the Peony in there as well. Discard your hand, get some trainer cards you need, and keep drawing with those Genesects. All in all, I think Mew VMAX is going to be at the top for a little bit longer. Hopefully in the coming months, we see someone topple it. Let me know what you think about next week's top 8, if you think Mew VMAX can be toppled. Hint, hint, I don't think it will this next week. But again, remember, give me your top 3 and let's see how yous go. Guys, thanks so much for watching. That's the top 8 for this week. Make sure you check out all my other videos. Plenty of Pokemon TCG content. I'm going to have some of these deck lists, some gameplay dropping, showing off some of the deck lists, some of the cool things these decks can do. Again, let me know in the comments what you think next week's top 3 is going to be. You can win some Pokemon TCG codes for guessing that. Guys, thanks so much for all your support. We'll leave it at that, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. I'm ShadowDTV, and I'll see you next time.